my crafty friends, my painting buddies. I have an idea today. It's been a few days, but I've still been working on stuff because that's what we do. We just keep on keeping on. Okay, so when was the last time somebody talked to you about recycling? That is what I want to start with. This is a recycling thing. This is not because of tea. And Lipton tea, I use all the teas. It doesn't make any difference what kind it is. But the main part about this is the box. I was going to throw this away, and I was like, man, that's a nice box. It'd be a nice gift box to give to somebody. And what I love to do with boxes, especially small ones, is repurpose them. Yes, it's a little messed up right here, but we can fix everything. So, if you're up for a little repurposing, a little something different, come back and let's check this out, because this box is going to be turned into something gorgeous by the end of this. I am going to go and paint the entire thing real quick with heavy white gesso, and then we'll see where we take it from there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so this is the heavy white gesso I am using, Liquitex super heavy gesso. This is white. This is huge, and I love this stuff. So you always get a paintbrush that you really aren't worried about, you know, just a regular old bigger paintbrush, and all I'm going to do is paint the box. Maybe once over the whole thing, maybe twice over the whole thing. I'm not sure. It all depends on the coverage that we get and how well it sticks to this box. But yeah, when you're doing this, sometimes it takes a little more, sometimes it takes a little less. Sometimes it doesn't matter, because all you're doing is getting a little something down there, and you don't care if it's going to cover it completely or not. But right now, I just want to see how far this covers it. And I may put 2 coats on there, because I may want to paint it. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. I have thoughts in my noggin, but I don't really know for sure what I want to do as of right now. So I'm just going to go paint this, and then I'll be back to you. Okay, so I got it pretty much covered now, but I also took the paintbrush and just kind of tapped it while it was wet to create a little bit of texture. You see, I just really love that, because you can glue on top of that if you decide you don't care for the texture. You can glue paper on it, you can paint over it, you can do whatever you want to it, but the biggest part about this is to let it dry, because we can do whatever we want to it. Don't get it on my clothes, you know. Wear clothes that you don't care if you're going to get yucky. I am the worst at that. I'm just constantly just putting on clothes that I would wear wherever, because I do not feel you should save the clothes for rainy days, for special occasions. Wear them. You bought them, wear them. Anyway, so yeah, you get tidbits like that all throughout my stuff. So you're going to have to listen to the entire thing, because you never know what I might say. Anyhow, so you can do this. It covers, it makes a lot more coverage. I'm not going to do the bottom like that, because I want it to lay flat or sit flat. And yeah, you could take this whole thing apart and paint it flat and then reconstruct it if that's what you so desire. But I don't desire to do that. I want to have it be the way it is. You can also take a little box of sorts that had something in it and turn it inside out. Like, I enjoy that. Like, you doing this to like little teeny tiny boxes, like soap boxes or whatever, because I think it's just good to reuse those things. But sometimes I take those apart, because sometimes they just look like they need to be taken apart. But anyhow, now I'm going to find something like a water bottle. And I'm going to put this on top of it and let it dry. And we'll see what we come up with next. Okay, so this is the longest process, but for you, it'll be a couple of seconds. It's not going to be any time at all. But anyhow, yeah, I gotta let this dry and I'll be back to you. Okay, it is dry. And so while we were waiting, I did a little stuff. I know everybody knows about how much I really like my Spellbinders Platinum die machine. And this is a metal die that for cutting on paper and such, and you can make these cool little edges with this one. So it doesn't cut it completely out of the paper that you're using. Now I also know that I like my mat boards, and especially the inside, because it is such an interesting texture. Some of them are not as great. Like this is so flimsy. Look at that, broke. And you have to get it to a point where it is literally so flimsy that it could literally break the piece that you're trying to work on. So I just cut up this third one just to show you guys that it's very flimsy. It rips very easily. And not all the pieces on all the dies always work. So you have to get it really, really thin. And I didn't get it as thin on this side as I did on the other side. So yeah, so this one is just for practice. But I did cut out this one, which turned out pretty perfect. I mean, there's a little rip right here, but that's not a big deal because we're going to glue it. These are all the little pieces that come out of them, and you can do stuff with these too. I mean, that would be really cool in the corner, you know. So we might do something with some of the pieces. This one ripped, but I'm still looking at this as a possibility because it is a big box, technically speaking. And then you go on and you cut off all these little corners, make it a little rounded, make it look a little better. But this is a bigger box, so I was thinking even the ripped pieces are still usable because we might use them for just pieces and parts here and there, just to keep the look going. So I'll move all this stuff out of the way. Here's our box that we worked on earlier. I think it looks pretty good. So what I'm thinking is to paint it, but first I'm thinking we can adhere maybe one of these on one side, maybe on the front side, because that'd probably be the back. So we put one on the front side, maybe the broken one, and then one on the top, just to make it look a little, you know. And then maybe we'll use some of these little pieces in the corners just to bring it all together. So that's what I was thinking about. So yeah, let me get some glue and let's see what we can come up with. Okay, so it is completely dry. I had one mishap. I know you can tell, because I can tell. This is a little yellower than this is. Excuse me. I had my clear gesso from Winsor Newton. I used an old paintbrush that obviously wasn't cleaned very well, and it got a little yellow. So I changed paintbrushes, and sure enough, must have been in the paintbrush. So I'm very disappointed with that, but we're going to still see if we can work with it, because it's not that bad, but it's not that great either. Irritates me. Irritates me. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Well, you know, I can get the the white gesso and go back over it again. I could. I really could. I don't want to. Okay, so when I last left you, we had the top and the front, and the sides were done. And then after I was going to say after I hung up. I didn't hang up. After I shut off the recorder, I just went ahead and attached a little piece of one right there. So you can see the difference. Let's just try it and see what happens. If it's total crap-a-rama, then you know what? I will stop, repaint it, re-let it dry, repaint it white, and then we'll start from there. But I think it should be fine. Okay, so again, I am using my Arteza gouache set. These are fantastic gouaches. I love them. There's so many colors. It's nice to have all these different colors to work with, which makes me very happy. So we're going to get a different paintbrush, something that's not going to be contaminated. So aggravating. I'm not kidding. So aggravating. Irritates me. Okay, so this is a no-name brush. I'm sure somebody has a name like Craft Smart 6. It's a Craft Smart. You can see that. Okay. Craft Smart size 6. Craft Smart size 6. And we're just going to, I don't know what these colors are. I guess I could get my cheat sheet out. Yeah. Got the cheat sheet and look. Take a gander. And that is not it. You know, when you have all of the stuff, you have to have all the cheat sheets because you gotta know what the colors look like. So I'm thinking that this is taupe. Taupe. So I'm thinking it's taupe. So let's see what taupe looks like on the white part and on the yellow part. See, I thought once I did this with the taupe that it really won't make that big of a difference, and I don't think it will. It might. Maybe we'll add some yellow to it. But these are gouaches, which is like a opaque watercolor. And it's just a gift box. It's just a sweet little gift box that you're going to give to a friend. I hope that you're trying this with me. I hope that you pause, you go and get yourself some paintbrushes, some sort of paint. It can be acrylic paint if you like. You definitely could use acrylics. Won't hurt a thing. And you're just taking a box that you would have thrown away. In our church, we have Secret Sisters. And so I like to think about taking something like this and making it into a box that you might give a gift for your secret sister. Maybe you have a friend somewhere that you just wanted to give them something. You know, there's all kinds of stuff going around right now and people are not feeling well. Maybe you want to give your friend a little gift, something just to brighten their day. You have a little box laying around the house. Any box. I mean, seriously, any box. This is a tea box, but I have soap boxes. I have boxes that had vitamins in them. I have all kinds of boxes. You can use pretty much any box you want. as long as it's still in good condition or repairable. If you can repair it, you can use it. Why not? And then after you do this, you let it dry completely. Maybe put a little shellac on it, some sort of varnish, and that'll keep it, it'll set the colors, because this is gouache, so it's reactivated. You can reactivate it. And I don't care right now if this is like a complete color straight across, because I'm planning on adding other colors to it. I see this as like a mauve-y, purple-ish. I don't know. Maybe some dark colors in there too, because the dark colors will look nice in those grooves. So let's try, which one was I thinking? Oh, this, what is this one? Wineberry. Okay. I want to get this a little bit wetter so it will move a bit. Look at that. Tell me that's not beautiful. Just a little bit of color, and then add some extra water. Water doesn't even have to be really all that clean. It can just be nice and beautiful. So the taupe and that mauve go very nicely together. Mauve? Wineberry. I said mauve earlier, so it's in my head. I kind of keep thinking about the mauve color, which to me, this is kind of a mauve. I'm looking to see. Yeah, I don't think they have a actual mauve color. Oh, they do. Oh, maybe we'll add a little of that in there too. I don't know. Let's see. Just a tad, just to see what it looks like. Ooh, mauve is kind of purpley. That's okay. Those two colors play nice together. They do. They really do. And I really like to put it into corners, because I feel like the corners, that's a good spot for it to look like, you know, you can make it look like it was like old. And after you do all this, you could even put like gold fleck in there to see what happens with that. That might be really nice. But I was thinking maybe some dark grays on this. And give it a little bit of liquid. Okay, let's see what this side does, because we're still wondering what this yellow is going to do here. What do you think? I think it looks kind of pretty. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. More water. How cool is that? I think that's just lovely. Yeah. If it ever gets too dark in a place, then you just put a little bit of water on it. I think that is just fabulous. Just fabulous. Put it along the edge. Give it that little rustic, like old look. Maybe a little bit of that mauve, since we put it on the other side. Yeah. I like that in there. That is a nice little touch. That is nice. I like that. Okay, so now I also have some dark gray. Dark gray and even a little bit of black, just to add a little bit of something. You know what I mean? I'm just mixing up a little bit of that. Just a little. Just tiny. Just in the corners. Along the edges a little bit. And then we're going to get it a little bit wet. I know. Sometimes I look at this and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's going to ruin it. But it really never does. Really never does. It just kind of gives it the little edging that I'm looking for. And this is getting it really, really wet again. And if you feel like it's a little much, you can always just dab it off. Dab it off and clean out your brush a little bit. Go back for a little bit more of that mauve. Okay, there. That's not mauve. That's that rose color. I really love that rose color. That's beautiful. Yeah. Yep, that's very, very beautiful. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Lots of water. Yeah, that first part got a little bit dark. I didn't like that very much. But I think this would also be good in some of these places where it's kind of yellowy from that other paintbrush. It really irritates me. Can't believe I did that. I thought it was the lighting. I really did. I thought it was my light because it's a possibility of bad weather around here soon. And it's been so windy all day. I thought, the light outside is just so weird. It's not. That's not what it is. Not at all. But I'm thinking that that looks really pretty. Let's add some of this. There's a darker rose color. Yeah. I almost did crimson. Oh my goodness. Crimson would be like my, whoa, I would love that. But not everybody is crazy about red as I am. I think I've already mentioned my grandma and her love for the color red. But it's worth mentioning again because my grandma's amazing. Well, she was. She's no longer with us. But she was fabulous. And she always said, I love all colors as long as they're red. So, if you didn't hear me the first time say that, you may hear me say it many more times because I love that phrase. One of the nice things about having a die cutting machine, because I die cut these little elements and put them on there. One of the nice things about having that is that you have the opportunity to cut out anything you want from anything you want. Like I've cut white birch with it. And it's not easy, but I can't imagine being able to do that with a Cricut. I don't know. If you have a Cricut, let me know. Have you tried cutting things like white birch? Because it's a chore. It's a chore to do that. It's very difficult to cut white birch. Any point in time, but it works well with a hand cranked die cutting machine. Plus, if the power goes out and you still feel like doing something, you still can. And there's no monthly fees. Those are things that are very important to me. Okay, I'm going to have to let that dry for a little bit and see what's going on, because now we've got several colors on there. I want to let it dry and see how it looks after it's dry before we continue. Okay, I will talk to you in a few. Well, good morning. It is the next day, and our box is looking pretty snazzy, I do think. I have another idea for it, so we're going to try one more thing. I did paint the bottom of it with a mixture of medium magenta, cadmium deep, and a little bit of gold. I did also paint this flap white. I'll probably do another one to that, but it was just too green. It just stuck out like a sore thumb. But anyway, I have a couple of ideas, at least one. So I thought we would do this. I have these two things from Artsy. Yeah, Artsy. I tried this one. I didn't really like how it looked, but that was for this little tiny piece right here. I didn't really like how that looked on it. I may change my mind and be like, man, that would have been much better. But then I found this little, I'm not sure if this is a wax or what, but it does a lot better in my book for this project anyway. We'll see how it looks. Who knows? Maybe I'll throw it away. Who knows? I also tried it with my finger, which works fine, but your finger turns a color. Gold, like super duper gold. So I have these nice little finger protectors. I don't know if you've ever seen those before or not, but this one's big. It might be for thumbs. But yeah, they come in all sizes in a box, and I know you can buy them in the art supplies, but I got these at the Walmart in the Band-Aid section, because if you hurt your finger, sometimes you need to protect it. So we have purchased these many times throughout the years. This stuff is awesome. It smells good. Yeah, it smells nice. Probably shouldn't smell it, but I do, because I think it smells nice. But it goes a long way. If you see what I'm showing you, this is like, oh my goodness. I'm kind of scared. Like, this could go really, really bad, really fast. But we'll see. Just very gently. Holy cow, that's a lot. Very gently. If you see what I'm talking about, I'm just wanting a light, just a little bit. Just, that might be too much. You can feel it on my finger. When you can feel it, like a glump, then you know you got too much, because it is, there you go. Yeah. There you go. See, it gives it that gilded look. I like that. That's what I'm going for. Just that little bit of goldiness. See what I mean? I like that. Maybe a little around the edges too. There's a lot of birdies outside today, making a lot of noise. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but I can hear it, and they are noisy. All kinds of different birds out there today. See how that happened right there? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It can go really bad, really fast. And it's okay. It's not going to make me all mad. I'm not going to throw it away just because that little bit happened right there. But that, I like that. Let's see if we can get a little extra on this edge maybe. Yeah. Right along the edge, and maybe some out here on the back. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's way better than the gold paint, I think. Oh yeah. And I don't know if you can even get this stuff anymore. I've had this forever. I've had it for such a long time. And as you can see, it lasts. You don't need very much. But wouldn't that be a nice little something to give somebody? Just a little. Put a little something in there. Even if you just put a few chocolates in it. You put so much time and effort into it. It's more like the box ends up being more of the present than the present inside. Unless you have something really, really snazzy you want to put in there. That might be nice too. Yeah, I like this. This is working really, really well. This is like almost exactly what I was thinking it should do. And be careful because it will get all over your fingers. It washes off really good because, I mean, I had it all over my fingers. And I went past a mirror just a minute ago and I had a big splotch of red paint on my cheek. I was like, oh my goodness, am I bleeding? No, just paint. Nothing to write home about. Just normal old everyday for me. Paint on the cheeks. Just paint. I mean, you could even put some on that white. I like how it looks on the edges. You could even put some here just to kind of make it blend in with the rest of it, you know? Why not? Especially when you have all this leftover on your fingers. Yeah, but I'm liking this. I think that looks nice. We're going to do this side. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but you just rub your finger around in different spots on your finger because you get so much of it. You have some on the edges of your finger, on the sides of your finger. I think all this would be under my fingernail probably. What a cool thing to do though. With just a regular old box. This box had tea in it. Like literally tea. I don't think it's a bad thing to say it was Lipton tea because it really was. It was a Lipton tea box. But yeah. It had tea in it. And now look at it. It looks almost like something you'd find at a what do you call it? See how it gets all over your fingers? It's got to sit for a while because it doesn't stay as well as I want it to. We'll see. We'll let it set and we'll come back. We'll give it like 20 minutes. Yeah, we'll give it like 20 minutes and see how it looks and how much it is adhered to the box. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Let's see if it has adhered. There's a lot of it where my fingernail would be if my fingernail was there. Good thing. We're putting it on all the sides, so it doesn't matter if it rubs off your fingers onto somewhere else. It could just be a happy accident. Who knows? Right? Happy accidents. All from our good friend. Yeah, it's like creamy and a little waxy. It's just very cool. I haven't ever done an entire project like this. I've done little bits and pieces, little embellishments or whatever, but this is looking really nice. I think that I like this. Yeah, let's put a little bit more on the bottom and then we'll call it good for now. little finger bandage protector is getting like, I am done. I'm gonna break any second here. Might want to be finished. It makes it look kind of antique-y. But I think I like it. I think I like it a lot. And look, it got all over my little, yeah, but it comes off really easy. All I'm going to do is set this on top of this to protect other things from it. Roll this off. Boom. Done. My finger is clean, except for the paint from a little while ago. And get a paper towel and my little squirt bottle here. Move those out of the way, and we'll see. We'll see how easy it comes up. I guess we might have speckles. They might stay there forever. Who knows? Some of this might be something else, but yeah, it's okay. I'll wash my hands and then be back to you and show you. Hopefully we can find a way to get more of that, because I really like it. I'm sure they still have it somewhere. Artsy. Well, I think it worked good for what we're working it on, doing it with. Okay, I will, whoops, let that sit for a little while and we'll be back. Hello, I'm back. It is all dry. I think we're finished. I think it looks really good. So, as you can tell, that doesn't come off anymore. It's been about 15 minutes and it looks fantastic. I really like it. What do you think? It looks like an actual box. Well, it is an actual box, but, and then you can easily just take the top, put a little piece of paper in there, some kind of pretty paper, and a couple of little candies. Wouldn't that be cute? Now, if I was giving this to somebody, it probably would have something else in it. But these were sitting here on my desk, and so I thought, oh, how cute. We talked about candies. Maybe we'll put a couple of candies in there just to... So that's it. So please think about recycling. It's good to reuse things that are still usable. So if you have a nice little box, whether it's from a soap box or just a little box from tea or what it is, try to see if you can upcycle it. Make it into something pretty. Who knows? You might brighten someone's day. Well, I'm going to leave you with that, my friends. I hope you have a great day. I hope that everything in your world is just lovely today. And, yeah. Tag me if you try this. Tag me with this, and I want to see your makes. I want you to go art it up and see what you can come up with. And then tag me at hashtag #thepaintingturtle or hashtag #thepaintingturtle28. I would love to see what you come up with. So, yeah, go to YouTube, watch my video, give me a thumbs up, share this with a friend, send me a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, because that's important. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it sure helps me out and helps my videos out. So, yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. So, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to send you much love and happiness. Much love to you all, and God bless every one of you. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.